Have you ever just stopped to think about how you do anything? From thinking to moving to even just breathing. Today we're diving into the incredible master control system that runs the whole show, the human nervous system. Let's get right into it.
It's almost like a superpower, isn't it? You snatch your hand back from a hot stove before your brain even registers ouch. That's not magic, that's your nervous system working at its absolute best. And by the end of this, you'll know exactly how that amazing biological trick works. So, here's our game plan. First, we're going to get the big picture view of your body's control center. Then, we'll break down its two main divisions. After that, we'll zoom way in to meet the tiny messengers that make it all happen, the neurons. And finally, we'll see it all come together in that lightning-fast reflex we just talked about. Ready? Let's go.
All right, first things first. Let's establish what the nervous system actually is, your body's one and only command center.
Just look at this incredible network. At its very heart, you've got the brain and spinal cord. Think of them as the central headquarters. Then, branching out from there, you have this massive web of nerves that reaches every single nook and cranny of your body. These are the communication lines, constantly firing messages back and forth, letting you do everything from solving a puzzle to just blinking.
Now, this whole system is so complex that scientists had to split it into two main teams. And hey, for anyone studying for an exam, this part is absolutely crucial, so you'll want to pay close attention. Let's meet the two main players, the central nervous system, or CNS, and the peripheral nervous system, or PNS.
This slide really makes it crystal clear. Imagine the CNS, your brain and spinal cord, is like a super powerful computer. It's the central processor where all the big decisions are made. But what good is a computer without a keyboard, a mouse, or an internet connection? That's where the PNS comes in. It's the whole network of cables and Wi-Fi signals that connects your command center to everything else, your eyes, your muscles, your skin. It's the information superhighway of your body.
Okay, so we've seen the big system in its two major parts. Now it's time to pull out the microscope. We're going to zoom all the way into the cellular level and meet the single most important player in this whole network, the neuron.
So here it is, the superstar of the nervous system. You can think of a neuron as a tiny biological wire, but honestly, it's way, way cooler than that. Its one and only job is to transmit messages at incredible speeds. And we're not talking about slow mail here. These are high-speed electrochemical impulses, kind of like tiny controlled bolts of lightning.
And take a look at its structure. It doesn't look like your typical brown cell, does it? It's all long and spindly with these little branches. And that's totally by design. Its unique shape is perfectly built for its job, passing signals along, sometimes over pretty long distances, at really high speeds. Let's break down its parts.
So here's how a message travels. First, it's picked up by the dendrites. Think of these as the neuron's antennas, always listening for a signal. That signal then goes to the cell body, which is like the neuron's control room. If the signal is strong enough, the cell body fires a new message down the axon, that long tail. The axon then passes the message on to the next neuron in the chain. It's a one-way street every time. Dendrites receive, axon sends.
Okay, now for the really cool part. Let's put all the pieces together and see how this system works in a real-life emergency. This brings us right back to our very first question about pulling your hand away from something hot.
That crazy fast reaction is called a reflex action. The key word there is involuntary. You don't think about it, you don't decide to do it, your body is pre-programmed with this emergency response to protect you from things like a serious burn. It's your body's own superhero move.
This whole process happens along a special, high-speed neural pathway called the reflex arc. You can see the whole circuit here in the diagram, but here's the real secret. It's a shortcut. The danger signal doesn't travel all the way up to your brain to get processed. No way. Instead, it takes a quick detour through the spinal cord, which makes the decision for you. It's all about speed and safety.
This all happens in the blink of an eye, and it follows 5 clear steps. Let's walk through them. 1. Receptors in your skin cells detect the intense heat. 2. A sensory neuron zaps that danger signal to your spinal cord. 3. In the spinal cord, an interneuron acts like a switchboard operator and immediately passes the signal on. 4. A motor neuron carries the new command, "Move now," out to your arm muscle. And 5. The effector, your muscle, gets the command and contracts, yanking your hand away. All done. So here's the bottom line, the most important takeaway. The reflex arc is a shortcut that puts your safety first. The signal goes to the spinal cord and right back out to the muscle. Your brain only finds out you touched something hot after your hand is already moving out of harm's way. This incredible design is what protects you from serious injury before you even have time to process the pain. And that leaves us with a pretty interesting question to think about. We've just seen this perfectly designed safety circuit in action. But what would happen if one of those wires was cut? What if a neuron somewhere in that reflex arc was damaged? How would that change your ability to react to danger? Thinking that through is a fantastic way to test what you've learned today. Thanks for exploring the nervous system with me.